Hello, chefs. Welcome back. I'm Chef Arun, an associate professor with the All India Sri Shivaji Memorial Society's College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology. We continue with our learning of technical terms related to the kitchen. Today, we'll be learning terms from J, K, and L alphabets. The first one in that is Jardinier, garnished with fresh garden vegetables such as carrots, turnips, green beans, peas, and cauliflower. It is a French cooking term meaning to cut a vegetable into thickish batons. It is around 10 centimeters or 4 inches long. Jasmine rice, a type of aromatic rice from Southeast Asia. Jasmine rice is a long grain variety of fragrant rice, also known as the aromatic rice. Its fragrance results from the rice plant's natural production of aroma compounds. In typical packaging and storage, these aroma compounds dissipate within a few months, so it should be used within a shorter period of time. The next term is Juric, which means garnished with braised lettuce. Julienne, cut into small, thin strips about 1/8 into 2.5 inches. That would be 3 mm into 3 mm into 6.5 centimeters. It also means garnished with foods cut in this manner. The next term is jus. It's an unthickened juice from a roast. Here we have in the picture is a roast leg of lamb, which is being roasted. While roasting, the juices flow into the pan. The meat, once it is removed after roasting, the juices are collected and served as a jus. The next term is joulis, a thickened juice from a roast. The same jus that we just referred to is thickened with the starch or cooked further to make it a little more thicker would be termed as a joulis. The next term is kasha, which means a whole buckwheat groat. What you understand by the groat is they are hulled kernels of various cereal grains such as oat, wheat, rye, and barley. They include the cereal germ and fiber rich bran portion of the grain, as well as the endosperm, which is the usual product of milling. Ketone body, a toxic compound that can form in the blood if fats are burned with no carbohydrates present. Lacto-ovo-vegetarian, referring to a vegetarian diet that includes dairy products and eggs. Opposite to that would be a lacto-vegetarian, referring to a vegetarian diet that only includes milk and other dairy products with other vegetables, fruits, and cereals. Lard is the fat which is rendered from hogs. For rendering of fat, the fat portion is chopped fine and then heated up. There are two types of rendering. One is wet and the other is dry. In wet rendering, it is cooked with warm water and the fat floats on top and then it is separated. In dry rendering, the fatty tissues are put into a pan and heated where the fatty tissues dissolve and expose of the fat and then it is strained and achieved as lard. Also, the term means covering up of or layering of fat over a meat piece so that the meat after roasting or cooking turns a little more succulent and juicy. Also, meat where there is less marbling of fat inside, lard or pieces of fat are larded inside it, or strips of fat are needled inside it, like a needle and thread, and that also helps in giving us a juicy, tender meat. Lasagna, the broad, flat egg noodles, or a baked layered casserole made with these noodles. The flat sheets of pasta, which is available in dry and fresh form. For the dried ones, you need to soak them in water or blanch them in water for a brief period of time and then use them for the cooking process. For cooking of lasagna, you need to first prepare a layered product that would be a mincemeat or a tomato sauce and a bechamel, and then layer one after the other of pasta sheets over the mincemeat mixture, topped up with bechamel, and then gratinated with cheese. One of the famous Italian preparations. Latte, short for cafe latte, a mixture of one part of espresso and two or more parts of steamed milk. Like in the picture, just to differentiate between a latte and a cappuccino, here it is very clear that the latte would have more amount of steamed milk and lesser of the froth compared to a cappuccino where it is almost one-fourth of the glass which is filled with froth. A leading sauce, which basically means a basic sauce used in the production of other sauces, or in other terms, we call them as mother sauces. The five leading hot sauces or mother sauces are bechamel, velouté, espagnole, tomato, and hollandaise. Mayonnaise and vinaigrette are often considered as leading cold sauces. Here in the picture, if you see, you have bechamel with the derivatives. Exactly what we mean by a mother sauce, that with the help of the basic mother sauce, you can prepare other sauces. For a bechamel, you would have a creme, a cheddar, a mornay, Roquefort, or Soubise. From an espagnole, you can make a Robert, demi-glace, bordelaise, chasseur. From a hollandaise, you can have a béarnaise, a mousseline, or a maltaise. From a tomato, you can have a Milanese, Creole, Provençal, or Portuguese. And from a velouté, you can make a Supreme, an Almond, Normand, Vin Blanc, and Estragon. Leavening, the production or incorporation of gases in a baked product to increase volume and to produce shape and texture. Here in the picture, we will try to understand what leavening means. Leavening is incorporation of air through various mediums. Basically, leavening is categorized or classified into three basic categories: is physical leavening, biological leavening, and chemical leavening. Here we see a picture of the whisk which incorporates air during the mixing process, thereby adding air into the product, which becomes a physical leavening agent. Eggs and yeast are termed as biological leavening agents. To be more precise, egg white is a more biological leavening agent where a lot of air is incorporated inside it. Further on, this air helps in giving volume and structure to the product. Yeast, as we know, is a major leavening agent in the bakery industry, or especially used into making of breads, where it produces carbon dioxide and helps gives us volume. Similar to that, there are chemical leavening agents, that is soda bicarb, or known as baking soda, ammonium bicarb, which are chemical leavening agents which also give us carbon dioxide and help in aerating bakery goods. Lemongrass, a tropical grass with the aroma of lemon used for flavoring. most commonly used into Southeast Asian preparations. Lasso, a binding agent usually made of cream and egg yolks, used to thicken sauces and soups. A combination of cream and egg yolk used to finish a product. To give you an example, a classic example over here would be a fricassee, where the entire preparation is cooked and finished off with a lasso, which gives it the distinctive white color. Lipid, any of a group of compounds that includes fats and cholesterol. London broil, a flank steak or other cut of beef broiled, which in other terms means grilled, rare and cut into thin slices. Lyonnaise or lyonnaise, containing or garnished with onions, classic accompaniment of potato, which is palm lyonnaise. Thank you for your patient listening. We've done culinary terms related to J, K, and L. The terms have been referred from the book Professional Cookery, which is the sixth edition of Wayne Gislin. The images have been taken from Google, Shutterstock, Dreamtime.com, Urban Epicurious, Encyclopedia Britannica, Inc. Thank you to them. Also attempt the quiz mentioned in the description box for better understanding of the culinary terms. For any queries and doubts, mail on arunshkrkr14@gmail.com. Thank you for your patient listening. We'll meet in the next video.